So for my first question, I decided to describe the formation of precipitation and explain the differences in rain, snow, sleet, and hail. So basically, precipitation forms when any form of water falls from a high level within the atmosphere. It falls due to gravity. As it drops, it leaves behind turbulent wake. This causes more drops to follow behind it. Here are the four different types of precipitation that occur. Rain is the most common type of precipitation. As it is higher in the atmosphere, it is actually ice or snow. It turns into rain as it melts at lower altitudes. Then there's snow. It's very similar to rain, however, at lower temperatures, instead of melting at a lower altitude, it'll remain frozen. In some cases, it may be above freezing temperatures and the snow will soon melt as it reaches the ground. And sleet forms when it is freezing. It occurs when snow forms a warm layer, then melts into rain. The rain then falls through a freezing layer which refreezes the rain into pellets of ice. Hail is the last form of precipitation. Hail falls during large thunderstorms. Thunderstorms that have a strong updraft hold ice better. This causes hailstones to eventually escape and fall. Then they slowly freeze, resulting in sheets of ice. The second question I chose is to define air mass and describe how they are classified. In relation to air masses, describe why Oklahoma in particular is susceptible to tornadoes. Air mass is a large volume of air that has a horizontally uniform property in terms of temperature and humidity. I think air masses are pretty simple to understand. They are classified based upon the underlying surface. For example, an air mass above the ocean will typically be warmer and more humid. If this mass manages to migrate inland, the air will feel warmer and more humid. Here in Oklahoma, we don't have any oceans around. However, since we are practically in the center, it stays cooler than coastal areas. So let's say on a cold day an air mass from the south that seems to be warmer migrates north. These warm air and cool air clash, resulting in tornadoes. And for my final question, I chose why is lifting of air important, and to discuss two processes of lifting. Airlifting is what causes clouds. There are multiple ways air can lift. Here are some of them. Orographic lifting is when air cannot go through the mountain, so it begins going up it. As the air condenses, moisture is pushed out, forming clouds. And frontal lifting is when less dense warm air rises over colder, more dense air. This happens frequently in the winter.